News works like a drug. I know this. If I start watching a little bit of a game, it becomes really important to me to know how the game turns out. So as news stories develop, we want to know how they continue. We've got hundreds of arbitrary stories in our head, so this craving becomes increasingly compelling and hard to ignore. Yeah, if I start watching a game, I have to know how it turned out, and it's hard to stop watching it. So the more news we consume, the more we exercise the neural circuits in our brain devoted to skimming and to multitasking, while we ignore those neural circuits used for reading deeply, thinking deeply with profound focus. So most news consumers, even if they used to be avid book readers, have lost the ability to absorb lengthy articles or books. After 4 or 5 pages, they get tired, their concentration vanishes, they become restless. It's not because they're old, because their schedules have become more demanding. It's because the physical structure of their brains has changed. Everything we do affects the structure of our brains. So neurons that wire together fire together.
So Glib Medley says when he stopped paying attention to sports, he recovered his ability to read books.
News wastes time. So if you spend, say, an hour a day watching the news, that's half a day a week wasted. News makes us passive. News stories are overwhelmingly about things that we cannot influence. The daily repetition about things we can't act upon makes us passive. It grinds us down until we accept a worldview that is pessimistic, desensitized, sarcastic, and fatalistic. The scientific term is learned helplessness. So maybe news consumption has contributed to depression, and news kills creativity. Right? People tend to produce the most creative works at a young age when their brains enjoy a wide, uninhabited space that emboldens them to come up with novel ideas.